So it's about, let's do things differently. Let's, make it possible. I think it's important to have a day because I think it's more about celebrating successes, inspiring a younger generation of females that that you can achieve, you can look at different types of careers. And I think the stories that come out of International Women's Day, the achievements that people have made are just there to be shared and to be able to show our young women and females and students that are coming up through that anything is possible. I guess the best thing about being a woman in tech is just the sheer possibility of achieving. You can be quite driven, in terms of the ambition to build a product that's disrupting, the whole of retail. That is a really interesting question and one that I get asked quite a lot. And I think my consistent answer to this question is always to be bold. I think when you're starting out, you need to be curious, you need to be confident, you need to be able to explore different options. And I think that's one of the things that's been incredibly powerful throughout my career. I've always put my hand up to do something different, to believe that I can succeed by actually doing something that perhaps no one else wants to do. So it's great that I'm actually at Albright today, which is a female-only club who bring lots of different CEOs, founders, entrepreneurs, young startups that are really, just starting on their journey. And it's incredibly powerful to bring everyone together in a single place, and it's an open working space. It's really, easy to be able to network with people, to sort of bring different experiences and skill sets together. And, and it can be, when you're working in a startup and a scale up, and it's, there's people that have trod your path. So it's really powerful to be able to speak to different people, to share best practice, to share learning experiences. And this is why I think Albright is a really great place to be able to be part of that community. I think it's incredibly important for any company. Diversity is what makes a great team. Having diverse skills, having diverse perspectives, having that balance of gender really, really powers a team. And I think that's something that's, every company should consider that. I think nowadays there's a lot more female tech people in the room. It's not quite as dominated now, and that's great because we need to encourage more girls, more women to take up a position in tech. And it's not all just about coding. There's such a diverse career path when you're working in technology, and that can give you flexibility to work alongside bringing up a family, having different responsibilities, different priorities. So I think the world has changed, and I think that's much better and something that we're getting to grips with now. Our team, we're pretty much 50% female, 50% male, and that's we have a lot of females in our leadership team. They are very strong, powerful women, and they work alongside our guys and our men, and it brings about a really awesome team. It's a tough one, I guess, because I think as you go through your career, you have various highlights. I look back on when I first left a corporate job and started freelance. That was incredibly, interesting time for me, and one that I really enjoyed because I had a lot of variety working for different clients. But then I also was able to bring up a family and raise a family. So I had that flexibility, which was quite unusual, 20 odd years ago. Another highlight is when I, first started working and went back into a corporate role at Burberry. I was really lucky to be joining an absolutely talented team, working there, doing some incredibly exciting innovation and delivering, technology projects where, tech was definitely at the front of the bus as a brand. And then now in the role that I have today, I feel, it's such a great role. I'm constantly learning, I'm constantly growing personally, but also I'm able to work with my co-founders and the team to deliver a really strong vision and purpose. I think the challenges change throughout your life and throughout your career, because you go through different stages. I guess I have always worked in a male-dominated world from, my early sort of store retail management days all the way through to, when I first started out in tech, and I was often the only female in the room. So I think the challenges there are to feel confident in your own ability, to understand the value and the expertise that you bring, and also not to worry about asking silly questions, because there's often there's never a silly question and you, that's interesting. So I completely pivoted. I wanted to be a diplomat. I was a language student. I learned Russian, German, Spanish at school, so I was very much focused on travelling the world, becoming a diplomat, and that's what I wanted to do. And then I changed because actually I fell in love, and I actually accidentally fell into retail. Strong, super organised, and incredibly resilient and amazing.
Speaking of football, what team do you support?
Tottenham Hotspur.
What's your favourite colour?
Blue.
What's your favourite flower?
Lilies.
Tea or coffee?
Tea.
What kind?
Herbal or an English breakfast tea in the morning.
What time do you wake up?
5:30.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
The right answer is to have a glass of water and to do my 5 Tibetan yoga movements. Mostly I pick up my phone.
And is that emails? Is that work straight away?
Yeah.
Yeah. At what time do you have breakfast?
Breakfast I don't tend to have actually until 10:30. So I tend to, do a bit of intermittent fasting.
What's on the menu for breakfast?
Usually oatmeal, bircher, oatmeal, fruit. If I'm being naughty, a vegan sausage roll.
Have you got any pets?
A dog, 2 dogs, Ziggy and Angel, my Akitas.
And